So we're going to go ahead and we'll start. So welcome. I'm so glad that you guys joined us tonight. My name's Nan, and wanted to, just take some time this evening and go over any questions that you guys might have, anywhere that you guys might feel like you're stuck as we start kind of the new year. We just went to Super Saturday and Super Sunday, coming off a lot of energy from that. I know the one in Toledo was absolutely amazing, lots of energy there. The one in Columbus, I've heard really good things as well. So shout out to all of you guys that made the trips to go take time away from being around, being with your families. I know that is something that is definitely not easy to get a sitter, to have the husbands or spouses or somebody taking care of your kids. So great job at making this a priority. It's definitely, an experience to be around other, teammates and meet people in Team Courage, and, just really hearing the stories and that fuel that kind of keeps that fire burning inside of us when we go to these live events. So the next live event, the next Super Saturday, I should say, is going to be April 8th, and that's the Saturday, so I would assume maybe Columbus might be on the 9th as well. I haven't really heard that. So just so everybody can kind of put that on your calendar for now. And then a couple of other things that they announced is Team Cup is going to start in February, so we'll be putting around signups for that here, probably coming closer to February. More information to come on that. So if you guys did that last year, we'll kind of get that out. We'll have a couple of Team Cup leaders. Again, pretty much you just run your business, and it's just fun prizes that you can win. So the Success Club trip for next year is going to be coming out. They've already started to come out with the emails for that. So they're doing it a lot differently. It's going to be in Riviera Maya at the Hard Rock and then Unico there. But it's going to be based off of your Success Club points from this year. And if you earn Success Club starter, so as a new coach. So that will be given, that's going to be how they're going to award that for next year. And then Summit, of course, they announced that the guest speaker, some of us listened to that Tony and Brett Bouchard call that was really good this week, and he actually is going to be the guest speaker, so that was really fun to hear him. So other than that, just a couple of shout outs to some people. I know Heather Weber is doing the Whole30. Heather Custer has been on her second round of the Whole30. A bunch of people on the team, Brandy and Becky, and I know I'm going to miss some people that are doing the 3-day refresh. People just completed that. So awesome job, you guys. That's really incredible. Great job sharing that, kind of sprinkling that on your social media. I know that all of those are super, super tough, but it's a great way to continue to grow your business and share your progress with your journey. And then a couple of shout outs on Success Club points so far for the month. Heather Custer is at Success Club 5. So yay. And then Katie Shepard is at Success Club 9. And then Stephanie Sephora is at Success Club 2. So great job, you guys. Keep on pushing through. Where it's only, the 12th of the month. There's, 31 days in January. So we got an extra couple of days. It feels like it's a little bit longer. So I'm not going to take any more time. Christy Lovell, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about, open up with, or?
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out a couple people. I see Joanne's on here. Hi, Joanne. And she just completed the 3-day refresh too. So she did awesome. Rebecca, I just wanted to shout her out because she not only went to one Super Saturday, she went to 2 Super Saturday events, well, Super Saturday and Super Sunday events this weekend. So, and I would love to hear, since we were in Toledo together, I would like to hear her take on Columbus. And then as far as Success Club goes, Rebecca's at SC3 so far for this month, and then Chris Stulak, she is currently at SC2. So awesome job, guys.
Okay, and then so pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to just open this evening up to any questions that you guys have. So if anybody has a question, if you guys want to unmute yourself or put it in the chat, and we can get started. That way we kind of, are giving up as much time as we can for questions and answers tonight, so we can see how we can serve you guys, what's going on with everybody. Anybody? Questions?
What was Stacy's question in the?
So her question is, okay. So her question was on the invite progression strategy. It says, with the all access option, how do you factor this into the invite script progress? Do you still focus on finding a specific program to suit needs, or go for the gold and have all of them ready in an effort to try not to get too excited, overwhelmed, etc. with beach body vomit early in the conversation? So what I have been doing is, it really depends on the person or the conversation, but I've been going more for following the invite script, finding them a program, sending them, whether that's a 21-day fix and insanity or whatever, sending them a couple of programs, or as I'm working through the invite script, some of them I'm getting the whole, I give up a lot. I need something that, is very long-term. And so then I'm sending them, check this out. This is something that, we can do together for an entire year. And I'm saying, will you check out this video for me? And then I'm sending them the all access video from the back office is what I'm doing. So it kind of depends where they tell me that their need is, their why, why they may were reaching out to me or something, how we got there. And then from there, some people, a couple of things you can do is, here we can do the challenge pack for $160 versus the $199, and where you get everything, kind of do bullet points and break down that. So depending on kind of, obviously if you're working with somebody that's more of an emerald personality, you can kind of put a spin or a flair on it saying I know that you get bored. So this is a way that with the all access, you're going to have the different options to keep you having fun, moving from program to program. Once we get you finished with this program, we'll get you set up and right into the next one, that type of a thing. So that's what I have been kind of working with. It's been a little bit more challenging when I'm not going out, and it is hard not to kind of vomit all over people as well. So, yes, Lauren, there is, and it wasn't out in the very beginning, but it's of Carl. So you kind of gotta, it explains it very well though. It kind of is like his one on, that you'll see after your workouts on demand. It kind of talks about that a little bit, like the prices and stuff. Or I haven't had time to make one myself because of everything that was going on. So I personally didn't make one, but then, again, it's kind of one of those things. I'm like, they've already kind of done it for us. So yeah, it's in the back office, and I think it's even one of the, how it used to be kind of Court of Force for a while, where you go to videos and that would be like the one that you always saw. I think it's right there in those, that highlighted group. So, and I can post it if you guys can't find it. So, does anybody else have anything that's been really working for them on those? No? Any other questions? You guys are going to make this easy. Kate, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to figure it out on my mom.
That's okay.
I'm on my cell phone. So, quick question regarding the challenge app.
Uh-huh.
I've noticed that in our group that people aren't participating as much when it comes to the key posts that you're putting down. Like today was talking about goals, and figuring out your why. So I was wondering if there's a way to pin them at the top so people can see them and interact a little bit more.
So
does that make sense?
Yes,
or if we even want to do that.
And I noticed that too, and I don't know, because this is my question, so maybe you guys know this. Do you know if it's like Facebook where it bumps posts down as people comment?
I don't think it does.
Okay, because I didn't think it did either. So I don't know if people will see it if we say that we'll put, because I'm not putting a lot. I only think I put like 2 things in this week, and then I'm trying to really just be real and raw. So
Yeah.
in the beginning, there's a lot of really good stuff that I wanted to share. The goal thing, and then I think I did why video maybe Monday or something. But I can put them in the pin post and say that that's where they'll be, and see if people will kind of look. There's a lot of activity other than that, so I don't know if people, I don't know. We're going to have to just kind of see how it goes, I guess.
So when you pin a post, does it not keep it at the top, like when they open the app, or does it like hide it with the files? Do we even know?
Well, the thing, I know when you did it with like the Facebook group, you had to like click on it to see it. Like you would have to click view pin post, or you would never see it.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like you would see it as soon as you opened up the group feed.
Yeah.
I can try and pin a post, and then we can look into that and see, because you can do here. I can pin one from today really easily. Okay, so I just pinned the one from this morning. So if you want to look to see if okay. If you want to look and see what that did under your news feed, and because it's not really gonna, let me see if I go to all what it looks like on mine. Yeah, because it just says view pinned from me on mine. So I don't know if people would know.
So on mine it says pinned, and it shows it.
Does it show like the actual?
It shows the post. It says
the whole
pinned.
Post. Okay, because me, it just has like my name, and then it says view. Okay, so that's good. Okay, that's probably a good idea then. We'll do that. And if you guys, again, it's not just me posting things, like I'm just throwing stuff out there randomly on days that whatever. And I know, I think that's how all the challenge groups are doing it. Because this is, again, is going to be a year-long thing. So things will be duplicated too, as we start adding people. My plan is as I add people in, like I have a couple people that I've been forming with, but they already have, Shakeology, or they already have programs, and I'm just adding them in. If they're going to convert to me as coach, I'm just adding them in there, and I'm going to welcome them, in there, and then just have them jump in and send them the checklist. So the checklist is in that. I shared that in the team page last week. It's that 30-60 day private message. It's I think it's like the Thursday post or so. It's in one of the top 2 ones there. That's what I'm sending people. It gives them like the Shakeology recipes, the meal plan. Then of course the meal plans and everything are in the file section as well. So, but I mean, it seems like people are really liking the app. I love that they are. My plan is to shout out my people. You can go kind of under your participants, and then you can see like when their last workout was. You can see how many Shakeologies, all that stuff that they've logged. And I'm going to kind of do some shout outs from that this weekend is my plan, to kind of do some like fun awards or whatever. And then kind of go from there. But I thought that was kind of a nice thing, because we can actually go back and do that as well. So, but yeah, definitely. And don't forget to add it. Don't try not to just, I know it's so easy to just post your Shakeology picture and, I had peanut butter and chocolate and banana or whatever, but really try and share, because don't forget, we're going to start getting people that are in there that don't know why we drink Shakeology, don't know the convenience of it, don't understand. Just like you can share things like, think of that before and after coaching, or before and after a challenge group. If you haven't done that yet, I highly recommend doing it. It was probably maybe a month or 2 months ago, that summer challenge, just to do that. And it's actually in the Coach Essential files. You literally just take a piece of paper, fold it in half, and put before challenge groups, after challenge groups, or before coaching, after coaching. And then literally you can kind of just write down like where you were when you signed up as a coach or a challenger. And then those are great pieces too that you can, sprinkle into your social media as well, because I know for me, you're getting new friends all the time, and you got to remember that people don't know your story. So that's why it's really important to constantly be kind of rolling that in. And it's something that I struggle with all the time, because people that have known me for 2 years and been following me for 2 years, they know maybe I didn't do the gym that I used to be, more of a runner, but people that now I'm just friending, they don't know that. All they know is I'm a Beachbody coach. Like, they don't know that unless I start sprinkling that in there. So that's a good way to kind of share, where you've came from too, and how it fits into your schedule. Why are you doing this? How is this different than in the past? People are sharing all these things. I'm hearing so many commercials about like the gym. Oh, only this much, and we're going to waive this fee for you. And I'm like, darn it. And it's so frustrating, and I'm getting a ton of people and that have been saying, oh, I really like what you are offering basically, but I think I'm going to just try this on my own first. And it's really hard because I'm like, I know I was that person for a long time too, that I was like, no, I don't need you. I can just do this on my own. That's not going to work, that type of thing. So, but then too, I have to remember where I came from, how long it took me to, jump on board and believe that these were something different to offer. So, always kind of remember to be sharing that, when you're sharing your posts too. So I know that we're in a hurry sometimes. And for me, I've been trying to, oh, good, Lauren. So for me, what I've been trying to do is I've just been trying to check in once, maybe twice a day. Cause I noticed once a day, it was taking a lot more time. So now I'm trying to do twice a day, but I do like the fact that, I don't feel like I'm scrolling Facebook as much with the app. I'm just kind of getting in, doing what I need to do. And I'm using the computer, not my phone. I find it that I can get through it faster to go through the portal tracker. I don't know about you guys, but that's just something that I have been doing, just getting on there and then going through commenting and stuff. And I will tell you that I am not personally going through, I'm, going to comment and as much as I can, but I'm going to make sure that I'm hitting my challengers, my coaches, that kind of stuff first. So make sure if you have challengers in there, that you are in there and that you are showing up yourself, you're posting your sweaty selfies, you're sharing your journey, and you're commenting and loving on them, because don't count on somebody else in this team to do it. They invested in you for a reason. And I think that's just such a good reminder. Of course, we're all there to support people. And if, you are sick for a few days or something, and something comes up that you need somebody, of course, absolutely reach out to myself or any of us, and we'll be there to help you. But it's really hard. It's going to be hard without the number of people in these groups. So make sure that you're checking in on your people. But I really do find that I'm liking the app, and it seems like the challengers are as well. So anybody else, what other questions you guys have? Go ahead, Heather.
Okay, so this is not necessarily related to the challenge tracker, but I had a challenger it was right before Christmas, where she had ordered a challenge pack and had stopped the Shakeology Home Direct after she got it, because she wanted to do the Shakeology for the 1 month or whatever. And then 3 months later, out of the blue, they sent her, they charged her account and sent her a Shakeology. And she had canceled the Home Direct. And then she got all upset, wanted to cancel her account, and basically kind of fell off the wagon. It was Kelly Husky. I'm sure you might remember that name. Mm-hmm. She was doing so amazing. I really wanted her to become a coach, and now she's so upset. I mean, I kind of smoothed it over with us, and, I gave her the information that she needed so she could get it sent back. I checked in to make sure that, it went through. I saw that it was taken out, because they had received it and then refunded her account, but she was really upset about it, and now she doesn't really want anything to do with anything Beachbody, which is kind of frustrating because she's doing so good.
Yeah, that's tough, unfortunately. I honestly would just keep loving on her, and, that's all you can do. Keep loving on her, keep offering her things, keep showing up, keep letting her know that, that she's important to you. Like, make a point to check in with her. Like, I don't know if you guys listened to Summer's like Coffee Talk Live. She did with Casey this week, but something like is, her sister has her blocked on her social media, but she's sending her a message every single day, just letting her know how much she loves her. Just something like that, just continuing to be there. And, she'll see that, it's more than just Beachbody. It's you that she gets with everything, that you're part of the package. So I know it's hard, and, I don't know if there's anything you can do as far as she got her refund and everything.
She did. I saw that it went through within this past week.
Yeah. And I've had things happen like that before, and it's hard. I had, customers get the wrong Shakeology or something like that. And, I offer to get on for them, or like 3-way with them and let me know how I can make it right for you, that type of thing. And people got to understand too that, mistakes are unfortunately can happen. And
she totally freaked out. She ended up like changing her account. I don't know. She like canceled an account and I don't know. We're fine. Like personally, we're fine. But she just doesn't want anything to do with Beachbody now. Even though she was getting really good results from the programs and seemed to really like the groups and had reached out to me after kind of dropping out of the groups for a little bit to try to go it on her own. She reached out to me and said, I need to get back in a group. I was doing so much better. And then this happened. And I'm like, So.
Yeah, we'll give her some time, let kind of the steam wear off a little bit and, just keep checking in on her and showing up in her life. And,
Right.
I think that means more than anything to people. So, does anybody else have any questions?
I do. It's kind of logistical. Do you know is there any way to send suggestions to them about how to fix the app? The reason I'm asking is when you're in there and you click on that little eye where you can go to like the list of challengers and you can select them and go to all their posts. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
When you do that, so that's what I'm doing at night to make sure I get all my challengers is I go through each of them. When you do that and you're done with one person and you go back, it takes you back to the top of the list, which is annoying with 50 people in there, with 250 people in there. It's going to be virtually impossible every night to like scroll to find where you were and start over and then find where you were. And I would love to like give somebody a suggestion. So, that one little thing would save me probably 10 minutes when I'm checking in with people.
It would also be nice if they could give you an option to select on notifications from the people that you added.
Yes.
You don't have to go through like all the
and when you do a notification and you go look at it and you come back, it takes you back to the top again. Yeah. So then you have to scroll all the way back down. And like I have 139 notifications right now. And so I'm like trying to figure out the best way to get through all of it. So I really
So honestly, what I have been doing is like I shared, I'm not following that little eye thing. I'm literally going through the news feed. And because it's not like bumping things and stuff. So that way, once I get to like where I've commented and liked, I know that I've hit everything down below that. So I have my notifications off because that I noticed too. I'm like, well, that's not really helping me because that's coming in. And I don't look at that. Like I'm kind of like immune to that anyway because of Facebook. I try not to look at it. So I don't want those notifications on my phone. So I don't even look at it. I don't even know if I've ever clicked on it to see how many I have.
Like when you ask somebody a question, if they respond to you, do you know what I mean? It gives you a notification that they responded to you. So sometimes like when I'm trying to help someone with something and they respond to me, it gives me and then I need to respond back. And with 50 some people in the group, I don't always remember exactly who it was. So I need to go through those notifications to make sure the people I'm trying to help, I can continue to help.
Yeah. I think it's just a thing that we have to just play with it. Like we're going to all have to kind of find our own system. That seems to be that is what is working for me. And then, because I have noticed like it doesn't open up the comments either. when you're going through it. And so I have to open up comments and kind of see what people are writing and, that kind of thing. So it's just an adjustment. We just all have to, I know that they're making improvements, like the 15 star diamonds and above.
Yeah.
They are working with them constantly and adding things, and they're listening to them. So I don't know where you do that, where you add in, where you can message them. I'm sure you can find under the FAQs how to contact them and give them some suggestions. So I would just check that out in the back office and see where you can do that, because I'm sure they're open to hearing suggestions for sure. So that's what they want to make it very user friendly for us as coaches. That's why it's there. That's why we're using it. And that's, that's the way that we're going with this business. That's Beachbody wants us to be using it because, and that's why they want to help us out. So
no, I think it's great. And I think like for a lot of things like privacy reasons, like I know Christy, our last group, had to make it secret because there were like random people.
Mm-hmm. And there's been a lot of random people trying.
A lot of my people really like that. They're okay with. Yeah, like the app is more private. So I think a lot of people like that. Like they feel more comfortable sharing. I just didn't know if there was somewhere we could go to like give suggestions, because that one little thing would just make a big difference, especially when we get, once the groups max out, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And, and it's going to take time. Like I said, it's going to take adjustments, keeping an open mind. So I would just check it out in the back office and see what, let us know what you find so we can all, send suggestions. So we got less than 10 minutes. So anybody else have any tips or questions or?
Can you hear me, Nan?
Yes, I can now.
Okay. Sorry. Maybe it's in my earphones. So my question is then, if you're using your computer, so yesterday my app would not work at all. I was so frustrated. So I wasn't able to log my Shakeology or my workout, which like really bothered me. But I discovered using the computer. So my thought process is maybe when you're doing your power hour or whenever you're checking in with your customers, instead of using your phone, using the computer, because you can click on the people then. And I'm not sure if it would do that scroll down and up thing if you did it that way. Does that make sense?
So you're going under like your participants and clicking on them that way?
Right.
Yeah.
On your phone, when you click on them, what Katie's saying is when I click on my my last participant, next time I go back in, it takes me back up to the top again. So I see what she's saying. So I'm saying on the computer, I don't think it's doing that.
No, it's not for me.
Right.
So it's just keeping it in the order of everything that was posted.
Right. The only downfall to the computer part, like I was saying, you cannot log in your workout. You can post, but there's not. I looked everywhere. Maybe I missed it, but there's no on your phone that log your shake or log your workout. That's not an option on the computer.
I wonder if that's because you're in through like the portal.
I don't know. But I was really bummed because I was thinking if this lasts and I can't get my phone to work, I'm going to miss out on a health event.
I wonder if you just go to My Challenge Tracker app and log in, if you can do it that way versus the My Challenge Tracker portal or whatever the difference is there. Christy, do you know at all?
Yeah, I didn't know the difference.
My mom is using the portal because she doesn't have the app accessible and she's been able to log everything.
Okay. I haven't looked at, honestly, to log my stuff because I usually am taking a picture, so I don't have it's not from my computer. So I haven't honestly looked, but I can look and see and let you know.
Okay. I didn't know there was a difference. So, but I got my phone working. It only took like 2 hours this morning, but it's working again. I was able to log everything today.
Okay, good. And I know, I think they're updating even like the Beachbody On Demand, because if you guys I don't know if you guys saw, but like all of the workouts now, like if you click on Hammer and Chisel, it's like all of them, and then like the Spanish, and then it's got all of like the no music or whatever under there. And then you click on this thing, it says program materials at the top, and that's what gives you, it used to be you scroll to the bottom and that's what gave you your workout schedule and the eating plan and everything. So I know that they're updating a bunch of stuff too. So if people's things aren't working, that's probably chances are they're all upgrading. So we just have to be patient too with that. So
I have a question about sending messages. Has anybody sent a message through the app or the portal and got a response? Because like, I don't know, I don't think my challengers know how to respond. I'll send a message and I'm like, how do I know that they got it? And how do they read it? How do they know they got a message?
My one person got it and she responded back to me and it sent me an email with her response.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if she got an email with my message. So people who don't check their email.
Okay.
She said she got a notification. So I don't know if that's, I can ask her. She's the only person that responded, so I can ask her.
Nobody responded to me and I was like, oh, did this work?
It could depend how they have their notifications set up and like their settings also. Like if they have it deselected that they don't want to be notified, then they might not get a notification.
Right.
I was thinking about trying those messages just through Facebook next time and seeing if I got more responses versus through the app.
Yeah. I know, that's what I was thinking too.
What I'm doing is sending them messages through the app, and then when I'm doing that, I'm also checking their posts to make sure, they have the correct amount of Shakeologies if they're doing the health bet. So I'm kind of knocking both out at the same time, and then I'm logging my message into Teamsy.
That's a good idea. I know for me, I'm just using Facebook to send my messages right now, because that's what people seem to be responding through, and it's one less thing that I need to open up to go into to do my power hour. So that's what I'm using. The nice thing about obviously using the tracker app when you do that is you can send to multiple people, and it only looks like it came from you, versus when you do a group, you're in a group and you can see everybody that is in there that it got sent to. But it really doesn't take a lot of time to do that anyway in Facebook. And that's kind of what I'm used to doing. So that is my plan to continue to follow, at least for right now. So, what else, guys? Any other questions? We got about 3 minutes, so time for a short one. Or anybody have any shout outs or anything fun to share? News, exciting news. You guys are like, nothing? Nobody has anything? All right, Rebecca, we'll put you on the spot. What was your favorite thing at the 2 Super Saturdays, since you went to both?
Well, I was going to share something exciting, but I guess I could do that.
Okay, well then share something exciting.
One of my best friends who I've been talking to about the business since I started, she's been asking me about it for a few months, and she called today and she's going to sign up this weekend and sign up her husband, and she's ready to roll. So she's already looked at like the business plan and listened to how to build a team. So I'm excited because a lot of my friends haven't jumped on board with me. So to have a friend believe in me feels good. So.
Yay! Yeah. I know that's the one that that was what we were talking about. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I just want to give encouragement to people, because I haven't been around that long, but I've been around a year, and I feel like I've been trying so hard to get to a certain spot in my business, and it can be frustrating. But to keep on going, because I feel like all of a sudden I have a lot of coaches that are ready to work the business. So it's exciting. So, but Heather, I can relate to your story earlier. Christy knows I lost a coach this week because of customer service. had nothing to do with me, had to do with some really bad customer service. So even though the problem's been resolved, she is that upset about it that she's throwing in the towel. So I feel you, Heather. So, but yeah, the difference between the two Super Saturdays. I really liked this Super Saturday in Columbus was maybe my favorite, other than when Summer's been there, because I miss Summer being there. But they did a really cool speed dating where we sat in a big circle, and the older coaches, like not older in age, but more, I guess, longer in the business, sat in the center, and in the outside ring were newer coaches, and she told us what questions to ask each other, and it was just really enlightening to be put on the spot, and I don't know, it was fun. So, but they didn't watch the video. They never watched the video. So.
And that video she's referring to, if you haven't watched it, it's in the back office under, when you go under, it's under news and updates. Like if you go coach online office, it gives you your coach ID. And then on the right-hand side is all those little updates and things. Click over there and you'll be able to find all that. It was really good